Fine wine prices have risen by 18.4% this year. This is at a time when mainstream assets are pretty much cratered across the board. If you're not at least somewhat intrigued as to how this performance has been achieved and whether fine wine could play a role in your portfolio, then I guess you never will be. My name's Jeremy Howard. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cru World Wine, the world's leading platform for market access, secondary trading, and portfolio management of the finest wines and spirits. Everything in this video is for education and entertainment purposes only. Please always consult your financial advisor before making a financial decision. The easiest way to get started is with our self-managed or DIY portfolio. Now, anytime you buy anything on Cru, it'll automatically go into your portfolio, unless you've specifically requested immediate delivery. And what that means is that you'll immediately be able to see the market price, your cost price, profit and loss, and you'll immediately be able to then set those products for sale and start to manage it as a portfolio. Now, there's absolutely no minimum requirement, there are no fees, there's no management fee, no trading fees. Literally all the tools are free and at your disposal, and we encourage anybody who's thinking about dabbling in fine wine or spirits to get started using this approach. Next up, we offer what we call our expert-assisted portfolio. Now, this is for clients who've got a minimum of $50,000 to put to work. And here we work in partnership with clients. So there's no formal agreement, but we will help you to determine what the initial product should be in the portfolio, help you with obviously choosing what they should be, with balancing the portfolio, diversifying it, but also doing the initial execution. So what we can do is to say, let's say a client has $100,000 to put to work, then we'll give you a menu of prices. Once we've agreed on the products, we'll execute them all in one go. They'll all go into your portfolio, and then after that you can then take over buying and selling, doing as much or as little as you want in terms of day-to-day management. Every quarter you'll get a report from us showing what had happened in the portfolio, gains and losses, recommendations as to what to buy and sell. And so it really is an informal partnership between the experts at Cru and yourself as the client. The third option is our managed portfolio. Now, this is a formal agreement between the client and ourselves where we take discretion over an amount of money to be traded within a fine wine portfolio. The minimum amount is $50,000, and what we then do is use our own market access and expertise to buy and sell wine at cost price within the portfolio to generate financial returns on your behalf. So this is not a long-term buy and hold portfolio, although it will generally contain very high quality products. But this is really our way of using our market access and our access to trading flows to generate financial returns on your behalf. In a managed portfolio, because there's an awful lot of work on our side, there is a small management fee, and we do levy a performance fee based on realized gains only. And finally, due to a lot of interest recently in this, we are now able to offer a managed portfolio in whole whisky casks. This is something which we've become more and more active in over the last 2 to 3 years. We have great access now right across Scotland to whole whisky casks from many of the top distilleries in Scotland, and we see numerous opportunities to buy and sell whole whisky casks. And so again, for clients with $50,000 minimum, we are able to offer a managed portfolio dedicated to whole whisky casks. We often get asked about the costs involved in having a fine wine portfolio. I think there's a lot of very outdated preconceptions around the costs of owning fine wine. What we find today is that the cost of storing a fine wine portfolio is much cheaper than people realise. And that's for the simple reason that fine wine is still charged on a per case basis. So literally the same storage fee is charged on a case of Domaine della Romani Conti as it would be on a much lower priced case. And so if you look, for example, at our global recommended portfolio, that costs nearly 170,000 US dollars if you wanted to buy one case of each of those wines. But in terms of storage, that's only going to cost you $156 a year to store that in Bordeaux. Now that works out at just 9 basis points a year of storage charge. Now, I have done quite a bit of research on this. Almost nowhere in the world can you store gold or silver anything like that price, and even the fees, management fees on commodity ETFs are very significantly higher than that, more like 40 to 50 basis points. So actually, in terms of physical storage of a high value asset, fine wine is about as cost effective as you can get. In terms of knowing when to buy and sell, obviously we've got portfolio products available where we're more involved in the process and can assist you. If you do want to just stick to the DIY route and make all your own decisions, that's absolutely fine with us. We built a lot of tools to help you do that. Some basic strategies would involve literally just taking profits after big run-ups in price, and we've got all the graphing tools that you need to keep an eye on your products and see when might be a good time to take some profits if they've had a nice run. We also encourage people to look at relative valuation. So a producer will have lots and lots of different vintages of their wines, obviously, and they will all have different prices. Now, there will be different scores, and so you'll have to take that into account. But sometimes you will see that a wine goes to a very substantial premium. That can be a time that you might want to take some profits. Conversely, if you see a wine which is significantly below the fair value curve, then that could be a buying opportunity. You'll also find all the scores from all the leading critics available on the platform for every asset, certainly all the ones that you own. And again, you will want to keep an eye on these. In terms of the day-to-day management and trading of your portfolio, I believe that the tools we have on our Cru World Wine site, which are completely free, are second to none. You can control every aspect of your portfolio. You can set wines for sale, you can set your own prices, you can remove them from sale, you can bid for any one of over 17,000 different products directly again on the site. You can see all your portfolio profitability, your cost prices, you can see market prices, you can transfer wine physically around the world. If you suddenly decide that you want to have all your wine kept in Singapore or in California, you can do that. There's a whole load of other different tools that you can access on the portfolio management section. So there's nothing that you would need to do that you can't do on the platform. Of course, we have a team of private client advisors around the world, lots of different markets, who are only too keen to help you with any questions that you have. But the whole platform is set up to enable you, if you want to be in complete control of your portfolio, to be able to do everything you need to do. We're absolutely a full service platform, and you should find that you're able to build and manage a fine wine portfolio, which will give you drinking pleasure for decades, will give you, I hope and I believe, wonderful financial performance again for decades to come, with really surprisingly little effort on your part. So I'll leave some links in the description below as to where you can get some more information, and I'm very much looking forward to talking to you on the next video.